As an interesting fact, there are only 84 men for every 100 women in Estonia. This lovely country in the Baltics is well known for more than simply its cutting-edge technology and breathtaking scenery. It's also among the world's least religious nations. Welcome to Estonia, where beauty unexpectedly combines with atheism. Estonia's spiritual path is a multicolored tapestry made of contemporary inventions, foreign influences, and antiquated beliefs. To find out how this little Baltic state got to be among the most irreligious nations in the world, let's take a look back in time. Our story starts in pre-Christian Estonia, when paganism was the dominant way of life. The ancient Estonians believed in a universe full of powerful deities, enchanted stones, and holy forests, and they worshipped natural spirits. Even if new religions emerged, Estonian culture will never be the same because of this strong bond with nature. Estonia's spiritual landscape changed dramatically in the 13th century, arriving at the point of a sword where Christian crusaders bearing the gospel from Germany and Denmark. Native Estonians discovered that they were ruled by foreign powers, and that a new religion had taken the place of their long-held beliefs. Where there had formerly been sacred trees, churches had grown, pushing the ancient gods to the periphery. At least outwardly, Christianity ruled Estonian life for centuries. However, many Estonians maintained their pagan heritage beneath the surface of their Christian adherence. This dualism would be fundamental in forming Estonia's own spirituality. As we fast forward to the 19th century, we witness the beginnings of Estonia's secular identity. A wave of anti-clerical sentiment accompanied Estonia's national awakening, a time of cultural rebirth and expanding political consciousness. A significant number of nationalists in Estonia believed that Christianity was a foreign instrument of tyranny imposed by their German and Russian overlords. The movement for Estonian independence got entwined with this rejection of institutionalized religion. According to one Estonian historian, the 19th century Estonian national awakening was marked by anti-clerical sentiment, as many Estonian nationalists viewed Christianity as a foreign religion that opposed their quest for independence. The 20th century altered Estonia's spiritual environment much further and presented new difficulties. The state atheism was imposed by the Soviet occupation, which started in 1940. The Soviet government did not place much emphasis on this program, but it did further diminish organized religion's power in Estonian society. Estonia had a strong sense of its secular national identity by the time it attained independence again in 1991. Laws were passed to establish the separation of religion and state, and institutions like as marriage were increasingly secularized. This is where Estonia's narrative takes a fascinating turn though. Though the nation may not have many formal religious institutions, it is by no means spiritually desolate. Indeed, more than half of Estonians hold a spiritual or life force belief. This shows that rather than actively opposing spiritual concepts, Estonia's secular identity is more defined by apathy towards traditional religion. According to Estonian academic Martin A. Noorkõiv, Estonia is leading the largest religious movement in history. This is where religion's place in society and its future are decided. He continues, "We have thrown religion out, the organization and their truth, but most people have still searched and found ways to have spiritual experiences." Welcome to Estonia's digital revolution, where state-of-the-art technology coexists with historic woodlands. This tiny country in the Baltics has emerged as a global leader in digital innovation, and it is doing so with a distinctively secular strategy. Envision a nation in which casting a ballot in a national election is as simple as placing an online pizza order. This is not only a dream in Estonia. Since 2005, it has become a reality. Estonia created history by being the first nation to use online voting, a groundbreaking program that has greatly increased civic engagement. However, Estonia's digital goals go beyond voting. Declaring internet access to be a basic human right, the Estonian government has adopted an audacious position. Because of this dedication, free Wi-Fi is now widely available nationwide, including in rural places. You can always find a connection, whether you're in the center of Tallinn or strolling along the serene beaches of Saaremaa Island. Estonia is known as Air Estonia, emphasizing its position at the forefront of technology innovation. Thanks to this digital-first strategy, the vast digital infrastructure of the nation has completely changed how people communicate with one another and their government. Almost all aspects of Estonian life may be completed online, including tax filing and legal document signing. However, what is the relationship between Estonia's secular society and this digital landscape? It may surprise you to learn how profound the connection is. Digital innovation has intervened in a nation where traditional religious systems have lost their hold to cultivate a renewed sense of community and common ideals. Take the e-residency program, for example. It is a digital identity system that enables global users to access Estonian services. Because of this project, there is now a global community of digital Estonians who are connected by their love of efficiency and innovation in digital technology, rather than by their nationality or religion. Estonia has established itself as a leader in the coexistence of digital innovation with secular ideals due to its seamless integration of technology into daily life. The lack of customary religious events has given Estonians additional opportunities to interact and communicate online. Online forums, digital art shows, and virtual communities are the new venues for social engagement and idea sharing. Alternative lifestyles and distinctive cultural expressions have also emerged as a result of Estonia's digital revolution. This is demonstrated by the nation's flourishing startup scene, which is concentrated on Tallinn's hip Telliskivi creative city. Here, in repurposed industrial spaces, young entrepreneurs and creatives come together to combine business and play in a very Estonian fashion. But work isn't the only thing. The internet environment in Estonia has also changed how individuals view leisure and personal development. Online venues for mindfulness and meditation have grown in popularity as secular substitutes for conventional spiritual activities. Estonians can discover their nation's rich history and scenic beauty from the comfort of their homes with virtual reality experiences. Estonia's digital innovation has a significant global impact. According to one analyst, Estonia is frequently praised as the most technologically advanced society globally. Due to its reputation, Estonia has drawn interest from all around the world, with many nations viewing it as a role model for innovation and digital governance. Did you know that beautiful verdant forests cover more than half of Estonia? That's correct. The nation is covered with almost 2 million hectares of pure woodland, offering residents and tourists alike a huge natural playground. But Estonia offers more natural treasures than just its forests. More than 2,000 islands, each with a unique charm and cultural value, may be found around the nation. Estonia's current spiritual environment has been greatly influenced by its wealth of natural beauty. Many Estonians are looking to nature as a source of meaning and connection in a society where conventional religious systems are no longer as powerful. This change is demonstrated by the growth of eco-communities around the nation. For those looking for alternatives to traditional religion, these communities, which are frequently founded on the values of environmentally conscious living and sustainable living, offer a fresh perspective on spiritual fulfillment. Picture yourself in one of these eco-communities, the sound of nature soothing you and towering pines all around you. Here, community gardens and common areas serve as gathering places rather than churches or temples. The seasons and life cycles they witness in their natural surroundings provide them with meaning instead of the words of antiquated literature. However, Estonia's distinctive take on spirituality extends beyond these eco-communities. The nation's secular society has produced a multitude of cultural customs that, independent of religious institutions, strengthen ties within the community. The Estonian Song Celebration, a large-scale choral event that has taken place every year since 1869, is among the most outstanding instances of this. Imagine this, tens of thousands of singers, all dressed in traditional garb, rising in harmony to produce an amazing wall of sound with their voices. This is not your average concert. UNESCO has designated it as an item of intangible cultural heritage. It unites individuals in a common experience that transcends religious boundaries and is a potent expression of Estonian identity and solidarity. And wait until you hear about a wife carrying if you think that's unusual. You did really read correctly. In this peculiar sport that's quite popular in Estonia, husbands carry their spouses over a course of obstacles. It's an enjoyable and carefree way for communities to unite and couples to interact, demonstrating how secular societies can preserve strong social bonds through unorthodox means. These customs, both historical and contemporary, demonstrate Estonia's capacity to forge deep connections between people outside the confines of formal religion. They show how rich in culture, community, and yes, even spirituality, a secular society can be. However, Estonia is dedicated to environmental health in ways that go beyond eco-communities and cultural customs. Because of its commitment to environmentally friendly policies and sustainable practices, the nation has earned a reputation for having some of the cleanest air in the entire globe. This dedication is in line with contemporary spiritual principles that place an emphasis on living in balance with the environment and taking good care of the planet. Significant investments in clean energy sources and effective public transportation are part of Estonia's sustainable development strategy. These programs not only support the nation's ecological equilibrium, but also promote a feeling of communal well-being. What could be a more spiritually satisfying feeling after all than to know that you are a member of a community that is actively trying to protect the environment for coming generations? It's evident that Estonia is leading the way in developing new approaches to meaning and connection in a secular society, as we examine its distinctive fusion of nature, tradition, and contemporary spirituality. With its huge forests, numerous islands, creative eco-communities, and peculiar cultural customs, Estonia provides an intriguing case study of how civilizations can move past established theological frameworks and yet preserve a strong feeling of spirituality and togetherness. Estonia's transformation from a country persecuted for its religion to a secular, technologically sophisticated society is really amazing. This little nation in the Baltics has undergone a metamorphosis, weaving together its strong ties to the natural world, inventive spirit, and rich history to create a singular fabric. Today, Estonia is leading the way in a new spiritual frontier where secular ideals and technology live in harmony with environmental awareness and ties to the community. The Estonian experience calls into question our conventional notion of spirituality in the contemporary era. As Martin A. Noorkõiv notes, Estonia's experience is proof that religion carries many socially and individually important functions that let people live longer and happier, and that fill some of their intrinsic needs. However, Estonians have discovered means of meeting these requirements outside of traditional religious frameworks, resulting in a very secular and incredibly bonded society.